What's going on, guys? This is Mr. DeLorean here with today's brand new video. Today what I want to do is talk about Rick and Morty Season 5 so far. Now, if you guys didn't watch my last Rick and Morty video on the live action Rick and Morty teasers and stuff we've been getting for Season 5, or maybe a live action movie, then you wouldn't have known that I do not know much about Rick and Morty since I only have watched Season 1, but decided to binge watch Season 5 today. One more episode tonight and everything, all the way up to episode 5 and everything, since I am pretty tired right now as I'm recording this. So what I wanted to do is go over my thoughts on episodes 1 through 5 of Season 5 and everything so far, and give my opinions on the best episodes and the worst. So not really the worst or anything, but just kind of the ones that didn't really catch me as much. So I guess consider this an episode 1 through 5 review of Season 5 of Rick and Morty. A very quick one, keep in mind. So in my opinion, the best episodes of the season have to be episodes 1, 2, and 4, in my opinion. And that's mainly because the stories of all, these 3 episodes and everything, all the episodes in Season 5 and everything are pretty fucking bizarre in my opinion, are very fucking, just crazy in my opinion. And that's why I've always, seen, the appeal of Rick and Morty and everything, how besides the characters being absolutely fucking all amazing and everything, the voice acting, the animation, everything being all awesome, I see the stories being very bizarre, and they constantly keep you questioning everything that's going on and constantly keeps you very unsure about where the episode is going to go, which is something that a lot of shows in the world lack and everything, is they constantly just have you go okay, I'm predicting where this is going to go and everything, and I know how this is going to end and everything, and how the episode is going to go and what the characters is going to change and develop but the very interesting thing about Rick and Morty and everything is that you do never know where the story can go and everything, since every episode the story is constantly changing and being new. So every episode you're constantly just okay, what's gonna happen in this episode and everything, you're constantly just keeping your mind rolling, and nothing says that more than the second episode of Season 5, which is essentially a mind fuck of an episode in my opinion, which is titled Mortyplicity, where essentially the entire episode is constantly our family of Rick and Morty and everything, and the whole family constantly hunting down themselves and everything and killing clones, and it is a mind fuck of an episode.
Everyone start packing. No time to explain.
Rick?
Dad, what's wrong?
A lot of people out there want a piece of this, sweetie. I'm cool and it makes them feel bad. So, after that trouble with Space Beth, I made passable copies of the family and placed them around the country as a buffer zone to protect...
Why does he always want to be hunted?
Because you never know which family is the real family until the very end, where the entire episode you're questioning, is this the real family? And then this absolutely bizarre chain of events happen or anything, and it's probably the best episode so far in the season that I did love the most. Like I said, I did love the most episodes 1, 2, and 4 and everything, but episode 2 was probably my favorite of the season so far, because I said, I'm at episode 5 and everything at the moment and everything. I think there's 10 episodes because the season finale and everything premiered a couple nights ago, and I think the season finale might have premiered already by the time you guys are seeing this, or might have premiered I don't know already. I did really like the stories of 1, 2, and 4 and everything. Like I said, probably my favorites and everything of the season so far. I thought the episode with Nemesis was really funny too and everything, and just super kind of bizarre and just weird, because it's this entire society, from the second Morty goes to get the wine at the beginning and everything because he landed in the fucking ocean, dumbass. From the second he goes to get the wine, there's an entire society in separate timeline building quicker than his current timeline, of a society that just hates Morty so much that they're just building on constantly and everything, until just they have these armies and generations of people that just hate him, and where they constantly feel oh, I saw him, but the newer generations are no way you didn't, you saw him. And it's just the plots of episodes 1, 2, and all of them just being so bizarre that keeps you me coming back and everything. That probably keeps everyone coming back, is they're just super bizarre in my opinion or anything. Let me kind of touch on episodes 3 and 5 and why I do kind of find them to be, in my opinion, the weakest episodes so far, the first 5. Episode 3 is actually pretty good and everything, and I don't hate it and everything. It's just kind of I don't know, it just didn't catch my attention as much as episodes 1, 2, and 4 did and everything, with the story. I did think it was very interesting with Morty falling in love with a superhero, and kind of the story behind the superhero and everything, and just all of that. And it did have some really serious and genuinely kind of fucked up moments and everything that are really bizarre but really sad for Morty and everything, especially when it's I guess you could say spoilers, even though this entire video is a spoiler, when his lover practically burnt down a fucking mine shaft and killed all the people. In episode 5, in my opinion, it was definitely a kind of, in my opinion, just a bit of a weak episode in my opinion. It's not bad, it's something you could honestly find entertainment out of and everything, but in my opinion it's definitely the one with the least bizarre things and everything happening. So I kind of was just it kind of took away from what the show, what I love it for most and everything, and kind of boiled it down a little bit. I mean, it's still pretty bizarre and everything. I mean, Beth, Jerry, and Rick go to hell because Jerry's essentially a fucking cringe lord. So, it's still pretty bizarre. So it's not it's not bizarre, but it's not as bizarre as like, you know, a lot of the other episodes, since Morty and like, you know, Summer pretty much just try to impress a kid from school and everything. And I did find the aspect of like, you know, the Rick's kind of like spaceship and everything, her defense system kind of like, you know, finding her purpose and everything, and us finally getting to see, even though she might have had like other like, you know, plots in seasons 2, 3, 4. I guess I haven't seen those seasons. I've only seen like season 1, which is another thing I like about the show, is how you can just constantly just go in at any season and just like, you know, be a part of a story and everything. But so far season 5 is off to a kick-ass start and everything. Like I said, episodes 1, 2, and 4 and everything being my all-time favorites and everything, but episodes 3 and 5 and everything also offering a lot of like, you know, what you mostly will love about Rick and Morty, which is great characters, funny storylines, bizarre ones, keep in fucking mind, and just all around just fun times and everything. I only decided to start watching like Rick and Morty again because I was kind of like, you know what, season 5's coming to a close. They've released those really cool live action things and everything, which I do want to touch on that more, you know, before the like, you know, season 5 finale comes out. But I decided to get back into it, and you know what? I watched episodes 1 through 5 not bored at all, and just my mind blown at how bizarre the show can be. That's why I relate to like the creators of the show and everything in Adult Swim, because they truly do put work into making sure every episode is clearly just unique as hell. And I can sit here for hours talking about the stories of all the episodes that I've seen and everything, even though I like do think 5 is kind of like, you know, the least bizarre and everything. I could spend hours talking about that one also. But that's my review of season 5, or like, you know, season 5, the first five episodes and everything of Rick and Morty season 5 and everything. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave your thoughts down below and everything on my thoughts. And make sure to leave your own thoughts and everything on season 5. Make sure to not, you know, leave any spoilers, since I am still like, you know, kind of watching season 5 a little bit and everything, even though I probably would have finished it by the time you guys are seeing this video. But in my opinion, season 5, for me at least and everything, is off to a really good start and everything. I can't wait to get to like, you know, that and everything in the finale, and maybe we'll see the live action clips, or maybe that's used for a movie. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, that was all for today. I think make sure to stick around for more like, you know, Rick and Morty, The Walking Dead content and everything. And yep, I see you guys later, my amigos, and peace out.